What makes a sub irreplaceable? Some of this stuff that we're going to talk about today is common sense, and a lot of it I'm sure you haven't thought about. But the common sense stuff needs to be reinforced because you'd be surprised at how few contractors execute here. Okay, do you think your company looks good or bad when you send a crew out to install lot 97 and then the guys look at each other and go, oh, well, we didn't bring the 30-foot ladder. You know, and they're working on the back of a graded lot, you know, with a walkout basement and they don't have a tall enough ladder. Do you think that enhances or detracts from that builder's perception of you as a company, right? Make sure that they have all the material that they need. This sounds like business 101, and you know what it is. Did you send enough people to execute to get the job done when the builder needs you to get it done? If you're hanging rock in that house, you're hanging drywall and it's a 2-day install and you don't send it, you're supposed to send a 4-man crew, not a 2-man crew, and it takes 5 days instead of 2, and you cause that builder to lose 3 days, they're going to be annoyed. Do they have the right tools? How many times? Okay, come on, give me a show of hands. How many of you have ever had a laborer or somebody working for you stop what they're doing because they didn't have the right tool on the site? It happens all the time. And the thing that kills me about it is it's so silly, it's so easily preventable. But when you show up at the job site with the needed materials, with the right equipment, with the right amount of labor, etc., guess what? You're not a hero, you're just doing what's expected. Finish work when promised. If the builder, now when I say builder in this class, I mean the guy or gal on site who's the super and or project manager, okay? Just interchangeable terms. So if the builder is expecting you that this job needs to be done by, well, you ought to know your trade well enough to know whether you can or can't, and if it's an unreasonable expectation, you need to have that conversation with the builder before you start work. Communicate before problems escalate. What do I mean by that? How many of you have ever gone out to a new house to execute your installation, but the trade preceding you made some errors, mistakes, or, lousy job, right? And you can't do your trade. I'll make something up. David's in the cabinet business. David goes out, sends his crew out to install lot 52, and the substrate's buckled, the OSB on the floor. You know, the floor sheeting is, maybe it got wet and it buckled. Well, he can't put his box on that because it's not going to sit level. You can't shim it, it won't, you get what I'm saying, right? Stop. Don't try to mess with the prior trade's work. You got to tell the builder, hey, Ryan, listen, this thing's buckled. Let him decide how you want to handle it. Don't modify other trades' work. I'm just telling you, you'll upset a builder. In general, has anybody in this room ever been employed as a super or a project manager? Your job is pretty stressful, right? Inspectors, homeowners like me who show up 3 times a week to watch the house get built, right? The people you love, right? You got inspectors, you got crews, you got your bosses. I mean, it's an endless parade of stress. Fair? As a subcontractor, don't add to it. My feeling was, what could I do to eliminate their stress? What could I do to, you know, my favorite line I used to say, windows and doors is going to be one less headache for you. And I meant it. I meant it. The big message here is don't modify another trade's work. I'm talking to you guys today about job site behaviors that you should and shouldn't be doing so that you can get the next project. Who mentioned predictability earlier? Was it you, David? Look, this has got to be your brand. And I'm not getting into sales and marketing here. What I mean by that is this. We talked about this in a prior session. In production home building, I would say 98%, if not 100%, of the components that go into that house are commodities. My drywall's no more special than his, right? It's all the same. There's very little true product differentiation. The only reason why Builder A uses Moen and they use Delta and this one uses Daltile and that one uses Shaw, whatever, it's just their corporate relationships, but the products are interchangeable. I mean, when's the last time you heard of a true innovation in drywall? You get my point? Which means the only way for you to differentiate yourself among your competition is through your service.